Have you ever wondered what life was like for our earliest ancestors? Let's take a journey back in time, to the dawn of prehistory, a time before the invention of writing, a time when survival was the name of the game. Our ancestors roamed the earth, living in a world far different from what we know now. Each day was a struggle, a constant battle to find food, secure shelter, and protect themselves from the ever-looming threats of nature. Imagine a life where the grocery store is a vast, untamed wilderness, and home is a makeshift shelter carved out from the elements. They lived in a world where every new day was an uncertainty, where the simple act of survival was a monumental achievement. A world where the primal forces of nature dictated the rhythm of life. Their day started with the first light of dawn, just as ours does, but their routine was far different from what we know today. A typical day for a prehistoric human was dictated by the basic necessities of survival. Imagine a world untouched by modern conveniences, where survival was earned through sweat and toil. This was the reality for our prehistoric ancestors. Each day was a symphony of tasks, all performed in the pursuit of life's essentials. As dawn broke over the prehistoric landscape, the day's work would commence. Hunting and gathering food was the cornerstone of survival. Men would venture into the wild, armed with tools and weapons painstakingly crafted from stone and bone. Their targets? Mammoths, deer, or any game that could provide sustenance. Women, while sometimes joining the hunt, often focused on gathering. They would scour the forest floor for berries, roots, and edible plants, their knowledge of the land and its bounty as vital as the hunter's spears. Creating tools and weapons was another critical task in prehistoric life. Stone, bone, and wood served as the raw materials, shaped and honed into tools for a myriad of uses. The crafting of these objects was a skill that required not only physical strength, but also a keen understanding of materials and design. Building and maintaining shelters was equally important. Prehistoric humans needed protection from the elements and predators. They built their homes from what nature provided: branches, leaves, animal hides. The construction of these shelters required cooperation and collective effort, strengthening the bonds within the group. Social interactions within the group were the glue that held these prehistoric societies together. Communication was key, even in its most rudimentary forms. Prehistoric humans shared knowledge, learned from each other, settled disputes, and formed alliances. The physical tasks of the day were challenging, but they were also opportunities for learning and growth. Every hunt, every gathered fruit, every tool made, and shelter built was a testament to their resilience and ingenuity. As the sun set, they would gather around the fire, sharing stories and experiences, strengthening the bonds of their small community. Their day was filled with hardship, but it was also filled with camaraderie, shared knowledge, and the relentless pursuit of survival. This was a day in the life of our prehistoric ancestors. Living in prehistoric times was no easy feat, but it was these challenges that shaped us as a species. The daily struggles of our ancestors, their triumphs and their failures, have all played a role in our evolution. Their ability to adapt, to learn, and to survive in a harsh and unforgiving world has been passed down through the generations and is embedded in our DNA. The prehistoric era was a time of innovation and discovery. Our ancestors learned to use tools, to harness fire, and to hunt and gather food. These skills and behaviors, though rudimentary by today's standards, were the building blocks of civilization. Understanding our past is crucial for understanding our present and shaping our future. It reminds us of our resilience as a species and of our capacity to overcome adversity. So, next time you wake up to the comfort of your modern life, spare a thought for our prehistoric ancestors, who paved the way for the world we know today.